Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream, the how to build $1 million business stream, or at least that's what we're trying to do anyways. And welcome. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are and whenever you are. And today we're going to jump right back into where we left off yesterday, which was working inside Webflow and designing our website. So yesterday we got to building out the homepage framework of all the content. Nothing's designed or styled at all yet, but we have the bones, basically almost like the HTML is built. And we're going to go ahead and continue on building other components and pieces of the website. So with that, let's get started. Yeah, sorry I'm a little bit late today because I had a good day of shooting today from 7 a.m. on to got home at around 4:30. 5 o'clock, something like that. So long day, but that's okay. Wouldn't have it any other way. You always got to keep always working, always plugging away. Okay, so what are we going to do? What should we do here? I think what we probably want to do is start sharing the screen so we can take off from yesterday. I put this page up and then I saw this picture of the earth and this flame. I'm like, what the hell is this? And then I realized that, oh yeah, it's just some like dummy content for now until we figure it out. But it's a striking image for sure. A little dramatic. Reminds me of what's that movie? Armageddon with Bruce Willis and I don't know, other people. Okay, so I'm just taking a look here at my pages and wondering what page we should go do next. So let's take a look at this just to refresh ourselves where we are. So we got the navigation, we have the heading, text. We still have lots of things that need classes. Like for example, this text block is just a text block, but I'm going to lay out the other pages to see if there's anything else that gets reused, just to make sure that we don't kind of reuse. We do different class names for different things. Sorry, just moving around my audio pad here just to make sure I can see everything. Okay, so yeah, does that make sense? Yeah, so let's take a look. Let's build out all the other pages, and then we'll worry about styling things to make sure we don't duplicate different elements. So that's the home page. We did the home page. And where should we go to next? Could go to the work page. Where's the work page? You know what? Let's do the contact page. Let's start there. Okay, pages. Let's duplicate this page. And this is not going to be the home, but it's going to be the contact page. Parent folder, no. Nothing specific there. We'll deal with metadata later. Let's create that page. Okay, and basically everything was recreated. So this heading is going to be different. It's going to be let's connect. And let's open up this. Okay, a little bit too much. And let's go to our contact page. All right. So here's our text, which we're going to use. Where are we? Right here. Except it's not going to have this call to action because everything's just going to be down here. So we don't need this. We don't need this. We definitely don't need this. So what we do need is, it's going to be the contact form. Let's just name it. Oh, what happened? Let's go into Webflow. One thing's really cool here. You can go into this thing here and we can clean up. So these are all the styles that we have identified in our code, but we're not using at all. So we're just going to remove them because they're not inside of our project at all. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so this is the contact form, and we're not exporting any code. We need a form. And the name of the form is, of course, our contact form. And this is just our form. Or maybe let's call it a form block, if this is the form itself. Okay, all right. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to put in a little bit of music. All right. And it'll be really cool to make my own music and then stream it. Don't have to worry about copyright. Okay, so what do we have? So we have a name. So yeah, how are we gonna do our form fields? Are we gonna want to have headings like these, or are we just going to want to have placeholders like this? Right, so they're formatted nicely into the field. Now, how does that work for usability? I mean, if it has a placeholder, I mean, that's going to be read out, I'm pretty sure, in a screen reader. I don't know if it necessarily needs to have a label. And this has to be a label 4 as well, too. Not from Logic. That's cool. Can't wait to use that. Okay, let's just add another. How do I add another text field? What, do I have to copy it? Oh. This is not name. This is company. Well, why is it changing? That's annoying. And we have email. And then we need a drop down. No, so that's a select. And this is help, I guess. Should rename it there too. Yep. Oh, so what do we have as choices? We have, let's bring this up. I'm just going to throw this on my second monitor here. So it's a little bit out of the way, so we can write this a little bit easier. So what do I need help with? Create or update a brand. So that value will be brand. Good. Oh. Build a new website. And another option, build a web application. Or mobile. And content creation. Let's just put content. And a mix of everything. I should put in a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay. That's good. So that's the select box. Cool, cool. All right. And now we want to have a text area above the submit, of course. And this placeholder text is going to say, tell us a little about your project. And the name of project. Yeah, that's required. I mean, your name is required too. Email address, yeah, required. And then, why does this says email to? Oh, that's probably because we have another email address field in on the footer right here, of course. And that's the subscribe form. Actually, you know what? We should. Oh. Yeah, it's contact form. Connect. We should rename this to connect form. There, I like that better. Okay. Oh my goodness. I gotta put a card in my camera. It's just blinking. No card. It's driving me crazy. All right. So let's duplicate this email field. And we're going to call this timeline. What timeline do you have in mind? And it's like, what timeline do you have in mind for like when you want this project to be done, right? And then one more select field. Did that put that in? Doesn't look like it. And this one is all about the money. Select 15 to 25. Oh. Yeah, this is going to be required. $25,000 to $50,000. And 25 to 25000 25000. Oh, wait a minute. I think I messed that up. Let me try that again. Yeah, I wanted to keep this select one. I guess I could have just redid that. Ugh. I can use this space, I think. Oh, I didn't get that right. Oh, that's okay. Let's I'll move that around. 15,000 to 25,000. Just copy that. All right, switch that up. There we go. And then the next one is 50 to 100, I think. Yeah. Then the last one is, or second last one, 100 to 250. And then the last one, and then that's also required. All right, and this is budget. It's funny with pricing, and when you look at it and you think about it, part of you, or part of me anyways, is like, you know, $250,000. Like, who the hell is going to spend money on that? And then also, maybe what's even worse is, you know, you're the imposter syndrome, where you're just like, oh, well, I'm definitely not good enough to command that kind of money. And then you think of like, oh, these prices are way too high. There's no way anybody would ever pay for this, or that I'm worth it. So there's interesting psychology behind that. But then I have to think of things realistically here and think about this. If there was anybody that came knocking on my door that was seriously a serious opportunity to get a project that was worth $250,000, you know, that's even high. Even let's just say $100,000. Well, then it's looking at, it's definitely not something that I'm going to be doing on my own, and it's definitely something where I'm going to have to be hiring out more people to either build the team, whether it's a contractor or whether it's somebody that I bring on full time. So, and when you're talking about bringing on even one extra person, especially when it's somebody that can do more development stuff, it's expensive. It's a lot of money. So I could see myself, any contract that comes in that's like $100K, like I'm going to be spending at least half of that on talent. And then on top of that, then you're spending more money on other things just to make, you know, just have the business running and all that kind of stuff. So business expenses add up. Anyways, I guess the whole point of what I'm trying to say, or what I'm thinking out loud here, is that if you're having problems with your pricing, or you're thinking that it's too high, I mean, number one, don't sell yourself short. And number two, think about the psychology behind pricing and do some studies. I can't remember. We should probably get some time to talk about business philosophy at some point and psychology. But if you think of the prices of how companies price things, and you can think of like 3 different tiers. You can think of like a low tier, which is cheap. And then you can think of a high tier, which is like super crazy out there. And then something kind of in the middle that's maybe closer towards a high tier. And there's like a psychology behind how you price those different 3 tiers to see how people are going to do their purchase. And a big example that a lot of people give is the difference between like a small, medium, and large, where your small is like $2, but your medium might be, you know, $7, but the large is like $7.50 or $8. people will see that $8 like, well, might as well because I'm getting a little bit extra, whatever. Anyways, the point being is like, if you have your high price set at $200,000, people are like, well, maybe that's a little bit too much for me. Okay, but the 150 or whatever looks like that can get me 80 to 90% there. Maybe that's good value. Anyways, totally off the rails as usual, but that's what this is all about. Thinking and talking about business. And I could just be talking completely out of my ass as well too. So these are just the things that I know. You know, something really cool would be to have something where, you know, once a month or once every quarter or something like that, to sit down and be like, all right, this is what I know. And almost write down like my 10 rules of business. I'll say rules of business or just the 10 things, 10 commandments or whatever of what I hold to be true at this point in time and how I try to apply that within my business. And then to revisit that every month or every quarter to see how things have changed. And to say like, oh, well, actually this is actually complete garbage. Maybe I thought it was really great, but now after having so much experience, maybe I'll find it to be not so great or even better than I thought it was before, right? So that's what's so exciting to me is business. It's all about learning. You're always learning. Even if, you know, I get quote unquote make it and my company's making $1 million in revenue a year, I'd still be like, okay, well, I've got that. Yeah, but I still don't know. I don't know shit when it comes to making a company that makes $10 million of revenue a year, right? 10x that, you know, 10xing something is like extremely difficult, right? So especially when you get into that kind of money. Anyways, ramble over. Let's get back to work. Let's just see how this looks like. Yeah, I'll select that. Yeah, that looks good. This one is going to need, email address, and this is going to be just your connect email. We'll differentiate them. Differentiate those. And let's just get rid of these fields. If we need fields, or if I think that we should have them, we'll put them in after. So that's an email. It's a text area. Timeline. Is it a plain text or should it be number? Keep it plain text so then people could write whatever it is they want. Because if they just write a number of 10 what? 10 weeks? 10 months? 10 chickens? My grade 10 high school science teacher was an awesome teacher. Can't remember his name, but he had a mustache. And every time you'd have units or you'd have a number that didn't have units, because, you know, when you're dealing with science, everything has to have a unit, whether it's, you know, meters per second or, you know, grams, liters, whatever it was. If you didn't put it in, he'd always write chickens, or he'd say chickens. So you have, it's like, yeah, 15.2. 15.2 what? Chickens? I'll never forget that. Never forgot that since, and never will. You know, until the dementia rolls in. What was I doing? Right. Oh, see how quickly I get distracted. Yeah, my brain's in trouble for the future. Okay, I think this is it for the form. No, except this goes like this. Although I don't know if the order makes sense. What's your name? What's your email? What's your company? You know what? This shouldn't just say select one. This should say what it is. What is this one? This is oh yeah. What might we be able to help you with? Right. And then this one is what is your budget? What is your approximate budget? And what this will do as well too is people see this and they're like, oh, my budget was only like $10. Well, you gotta go to someone else. The question is should that 15 be 10? I feel like maybe it should be 10. Because if someone comes and they have a 10K budget, I think I could work with that. Because I could use 10 grand. Right. Okay, that's it. This is the contact page. So that's done. That's done. What did that take? Not even half an hour. Okay, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go to, let's see, we got work, process, services, journal. Journal will be interesting because we might want to make some more articles. Just trying to think what would be the best to go. What's the work page? Let's take a look at that. Which one's the work page? Oh, turn that up a little bit. Work. Work is number 2. All right, change of plans. Let's see, what do we got? I got like an hour. An hour until Deep Space Nine time with the kids and the family. Captain Sisko, Benjamin Sisko of Deep Space Nine. If you haven't seen Star Trek Deep Space Nine, then you're missing out because it is the best Star Trek show. Period. Bar none. Nothing's better. If you think so, sorry, but you're wrong. You are wrong and are not a true Star Trek fan. That's too harsh. That's harsh. You're a partial Star Trek fan. I'll give you that. Picard was good, but he's no Cisco. Okay. Page. Duplicate. And this is the journal. Yep. Journal. Once again, go here to copy and paste. Where's the journal? Okay, let's copy that. No, that's wrong. It goes here. Pixels to enjoy. Could be something a little bit more to do with reading, right? Like, I want to say like pixels for your eyes, but they're usually for your eyes, but like pixels that come off the page. I don't know. What is the saying when something comes off the page? Well, I guess that's maybe for like art, right? Like, oh, the drawing is coming out of the page. So, or the words come out of a page. Like it really jumps out the page. I don't know. Maybe Andrea knows she reads. I ain't got no time to read. I got to make more time to read. Okay, so that's fine. Anyways, pixels to enjoy. That's fine for now. Delete you. And we want... Actually, what do we want? We want the whole... Oh, this... Okay, so if we look at this, I think... So I have This is a new camera set up overhead. Or not a new camera. It's the old camera, but it's a different lens. Ooh, well, that's not the button. What's the button? This is the button. Okay. It's a new lens, or not a new lens. It's a different lens from the lens that was on there before, so it should be sharper. But the only problem is, okay, that's really dark. Is that even gonna zoom? Focus? Where's my focus? But it's not a zoom lens, so I can't zoom in. And this is really not dark at all. So can I zoom in there? Gonna have to fix this. So this is what we're gonna build right now. So here is the featured post, sidebar, other posts below. And then just so on and so forth. It scrolls. And then categories and what's popular or what have you. Just kind of your standard typical blog post stuff. So let's get to that. I like on the overhead shot, I like why am I pointing? You guys can't see what I'm pointing at. I did the rounded corners for where like my head is, and for this one, when I created this scene, I just shrunk it a little bit. So I kind of like the rounded corners. So I'm gonna probably do that for this, because there's a lot of like wasted space that's beside me here. Like you don't need to see that. I guess you just want to frame myself off here so I could have more room for, the pixels. So there's more pixels for you to enjoy, obviously, right? So the reason I wanted to show that is because I think we're going to have to go with, not like it's a bad thing. We're going to go with a grid layout here for the journal. So let's just go journal container. And within here, we're going to have the right side, journal articles, and then we're going to do a new one here, and we're going to call this journal sidebar. And see, if I was making this into components, I'd kind of want to rename this something a little bit more generic, like the blog post container or news container, and then have something like center main column and sidebar, and then we could reuse that as a component for anybody who's doing a blog. And then basically you can change up like the width of the main container or the sidebar depending on whatever your needs are by literally just changing one simple style, right? So save people all this time, because you're going to see that this thing is going to be built, and once it's built, it's going to take like not very long to apply all the different styling that I'm going to want to apply to the website. So yeah. Anyways, where am I after all that rambling? Okay, so right. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be okay. Let's go back to our journals. Let's create some more. Oh, it won't even let the. So if you don't have any, it'll create some for you, but it won't let us do that here. Okay, we're gonna do this by hand. Another journal article on how to manage, business finances. Thumbnail. Right. Let's get a thumbnail. Illustrations. No. Stock photography will be good. We got to make sure it's under a certain amount of gigabytes or megabytes. I just gigabytes. That'd be crazy. Short description. Ever wonder why people that say own businesses don't pay taxes? We'll tell you why. Whatever. Let's create that one. Oh, right. I want another field here and a little toggle called featured. So if a blog post is featured, you just check this off when you're creating it, and then we'll know. So we'll have, save that. And so we'll go to this one. No, which one? This one. And we'll feature it. And let's save it. Okay, why is that important? Because we're going to go in here and we're going to call this featured article. And then we're going to go into our collection. And our source is going to be our journals. And we're going to click show all settings to bring more. And we're going to filter by, no. We don't want to filter. We want to, it's limit, right? No, not, well, yes, we are going to want to limit. But we do want to make it so that it's only, it's got to be filter. Yeah, of course, by featured. Featured is on. Oh, I didn't save it. The features is on, then display. I want to sort it by, by title, not by date. Okay, we can't do that. So we're going to limit items to 1. So the latest post, I do believe that it's sorting. It's going to be sorting in. Here we go. We could sort it by published on, newest. Jeez. Not created, when it's actually published. Newest, hit save. It's going to show 1 and it's going to start at 1. So that's going to be the one that's the newest published, right? The latest published is going to show. And it's only going to be 1. And that's if it's featured. Oh. And you can see here that there's only 1, which is exactly what we want. And how are we going to style this? We are going to, we need the image. Let's say journal article image. So we've done images before. What did we call them? Featured client image, journal thumbnail. So they're all the same, right? They're all different heights, right? They're different heights. So I'm just thinking, what I'm thinking here is, should we just call or style any image that has the background, display contained within that container? If we should have a consistent class applied to it. And I feel like we should. Because we can have, But this one's a little bit different though, because this one is, yes, it's a journal thumbnail, but the background image is from here, which should still be okay. Well, let's see what we can. All right, let me see. All right. So if we just say background image, and we're going to get the background image from the thumbnail. I'm going to go back to the style. We're going to clean this up a little bit. We're going to cover, put it in the middle. No tiling. And then the combo class is going to be let's call it tall. And a tall is going to be 100 pixel wide, and it's going to be 350 pixels high, which I think is what this is. No, it's 400. So let's keep it consistent. Oh, whoop. 400. So now if I apply this here to, let's call it background image, and we still want to oh, this wasn't an actual. Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking that it was an actual like an image from a database, but it's not in a collection. So background image and then tall. Boom. So now whenever we want to change the height of these background images, we can just go in here on this combo class of background image and tall and just change it from here. So if we change this to 100, then they're both going to be 100. Let's change that back because it looks terrible. And let's go back to our home page and let's fix that. Oh, okay, well, we'll fix that in a second. Let's just go back to our journal. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put this as background image. And we're going to put this, what's the middle of tall? Oh, I'm just going to put medium. And what was it? Did I have it at 300? And I think this was at 100%. I think that looks about what it was before. This is 400, this is 300, so a quarter. Yeah. Oh, my wrist. Okay, I like that. All right. So that works. So let's fix that on the home page. Because I fixed it where that's actually going to be deleted. So background image, combo class of tall. This here, background image, combo class of medium. There we go. That's going to help us out quite a bit as we move forward here. So this whole featured client, you can go away. So we got the background image, and now we need a heading. I think it's H2, text from journal. We need the title. And then we need, actually, let's put this in a container because we are going to need 2 text blocks. This one is going to say by, or maybe written by, and get the text from the author. There we go. And I like this is going to be the journal meta. And let's do that. And space between how much? Is that 5 pixels? Maybe 3. Try and get a handle for how many pixels the spaces are. Oh, jeez, my back. I've been sitting and standing awkwardly all day today. I think my back is taking a toll. Okay. And now what we're going to do, right, I don't know if we should call these things anything like collection list wrapper or collection list item. Let's just leave it for now. Let's see what we get. And then below the featured articles, just say all articles. All right. And now in here, we're going to do another collection. And that's going to be the source of all of our journals. And what we're going to do is, instead of filtering that are featured, that are not featured, and then our sort order is going to be, again, the published on, newest to oldest. Now, I'd love to get like an infinite scroll. Actually, do I like those infinite scroll things? You know, when you're on a page and you scroll down and then it kind of stops and then it loads some more, Do we want that? Do they have that here? Let's see what these guys are really amazing. They create like extensions and extra functionality onto Webflow, which is just like amazing. Products. Okay, where is it gonna show me product website? Okay, here we go. Filter and sort. Okay. CMS load. Here we go. This is probably it. Powerful load options. Set up powerful load functions on Webflow CMS collection list. Load items under infinite scroll. That's what it's called. So I wonder if we can take a look at an example. Oh, load more. Okay, so you click a button and then it just loads more. Load more with web pages. And here's the infinite. Okay, so here's the infinite scroll one. Whereas I scroll, more kind of just load up, which is kind of cool. So how would we do that? I'm sure there's, here we go. You can scrolling more important. Native Webflow is enabled. Okay. So that's all you need to do. Okay, well, the first thing we need to do. Okay, so we add this onto the list. Huh, okay, cool. Speed boost. Just really want that. Okay. So all we need to do is we need to add this attribute to a list, as you can see there. And then what we do is we add this option to which attribute, this attribute to what? To an element. And I guess that element would be like the whole block. Okay. All right, well, we'll test that later. That's all the fun stuff that we can get into, adding some more cool functionality to a website. Okay, so what do we want to do? We need to have, again, the same kind of thing. Is we're going to have, actually, that's going to be the list. So this list is actually, we're going to want this to be a 2-column grid. Yep. Which we already have styled, thankfully. So now we're going to have, again, a background image And instead of this one being tall, we want this one to be short. Short is going to be 100% width and say a 200 pixel height. Perfect. Why are these the same? Oh, of course, because before we get to that, we got to go to the background image. And again, we have to set the background. The background image and select the field. We want it to be the thumbnail. There we go. Excellent. So we have the background image. Now we want to have the title. It's also going to be a heading. Let's H3, again, remembering our hierarchy title from the journal. And we're also going to want, I think we also want meta, right? Yeah, probably. So let's copy that. Is it going to allow us to paste? It is. Excellent. Even having this too. Perfect. Except maybe in this one, we just want this one to be short. I don't know. We'll play around with that. And we'll play around. There might be other metadata we might want to see. And so just to give you an example of what this looks like or how this works. So let's create another journal article. How to make $1 million in your first 3 years of business. That would be a news article or a post that I would want to read. So hopefully one of these days I'll be able to make one. Do I have any picture that, let's go to Unsplash. See if we can get some cool images. Let's see this for you guys. Money. Cash money. Oh, they have those Unsplash Plus now. Interesting. Yeah, it's a little annoying. Oh, it's not the greatest pictures. What looks like $1 million? None of these look like $1 million. Nice. Burning money. Don't do that. What's with all these burning money photos? I mean, I know they're probably not burning real money, but still. Like, are that rich? It reminds me of, how many of you guys do you know of John Lajoie? If you don't know who he is, look him up. He's a Canadian comedian, actor, songwriter, very talented guy. He's done some really funny videos, like Everyday. What is it, like Everyday Normal Guy, where it's kind of like a hip hop rap of some guy who's just a regular everyday normal guy. It's really good. Anyways, he did this parody of Kickstarter, and that's when Kickstarter was kind of just first starting out. And then I think this guy, it was Zach Braff or something, Brand, I don't know how you pronounce his name. He did a Kickstarter saying, I want to make this movie, and here's a millionaire. Oh, I want to make this movie, but I have a problem financing. I don't have any money. So then John Lajoie was like, okay, like it's kind of like rich people asking for money. It's kind of funny. So he did his little parody where he starts his own Kickstarter. He was like, I'm already rich, but I want to be like crazy rich, like Jay-Z rich. And then he was going off his rewards. He's like, if you send me $50, like that ain't shit to me, so I'm not even gonna do anything because that's nothing. Anyways, the point of it is, I think there's an image of him Oh yeah, it's like if you send me $100, I'll send you a picture of me on a jet ski burning that $100 bill or something like that. It was so funny. And yeah, that's why I pictured like burning money. Like, are you ridiculous? It's kind of silly. But I can get the concept, I guess, of a stock photo where you want to have that. Okay, that's what the hell. Oh, the internet. Okay, well, just pick something here. This is not... Okay, let's pick this one. I like the contrast here of the green and the wood. So, there we go. Yeah, let's just throw it here because it's in the same folder. Oh, what the hell happened? It like got corrupted downloading. Oh, there it goes. Just took a while. Oh, it's 7 megs. Oh, let's shrink it down. Open. Does not support. I'm not going to print banknotes. I'm not going to print banknotes. It's you can't take pictures of money now and open in photo. Thanks a lot, Photoshop. Like, what am I paying for? Paying for an application which I can't use? Are you going to tell me what I can and cannot take a picture of? Oh, that is infuriating. Oh, what the hell am I supposed to do with it then? How am I supposed to edit the damn photo? Can I use Paint? Is that... Unbelievable. Okay. What the hell? I don't know how to actually use this thing. Can I crop this thing? What's a crop tool? Resize? Okay. Can I save this? Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's save it to desktop for now. So that should have reduced the size by quite a bit. I hope. Let's go to the desktop, I guess. Documents, desktop. Now it's 30 megabytes. Oh my goodness, it's even bigger. How the hell did that happen? Properties. Oh my goodness. All right. Is it save it as a JPEG maybe? Would that help? There we go. Now it's only 3.83. Oh, what a pain. All right. I'm the author. Don't need a short description for now. Okay. So the whole point was just to see. Here we go. Here's another image. Well, that's good to know. We can't Photoshop pictures with money in it. Oh, that's going to be hard for someone who's doing like a financial blog or whatever. I can't put pictures of money. Ridiculous. I mean, what are you, the police now? Man, oh man. Like, I don't know. I don't know of anybody who's... Well, I don't know anybody who counterfeits money. But someone who counterfeits and prints money... I don't see if anybody gets busted with that. They're not going to Photoshop and like holding Photoshop responsible. And now Photoshop's liable for somebody who's a counterfeit, money maker. Like, what are they trying to do? What are they trying to do? And like, that's not even obvious. It's like folded bills. What am I going to print off? Like a stack of folded bills, and people are going to think that that cardboard that just has a picture of stacked bills, that people are going to think that it's actually a huge stack of bills. Oh my God. Wow. Yeah. Oh man, that's really. Yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. Maybe I'm blowing things out of proportion, but I don't know. I don't like when I buy something and then I'm limited by how I can actually use it. Did I talk about this before, about the difference nowadays, where before it used to be you'd buy software and you just buy things and you'd have them and they'd be yours to use as you see fit for forever, in perpetuity? Is that the word? But now, for the most part, it's you don't buy anything, you just rent. You don't own anything. And I get it because it's cheaper. But I don't know. There's something to be said about when you're owning things. It's funny, the older you get, when you're like, oh, when I was a kid or when I was growing up, it was like, that was the best times. So like me, I'm a kid, of the 90s. Well, I was a teenager in the 90s, born in the 80s, 1980 to be specific. But like in the 90s, I'm like, it's like everything was perfect. You own your CDs, you get your video games, you get the cartridges, and you want to buy software or Photoshop, you just buy it and it's yours for forever. And you just have it. Gone are the days. And the internet was just kind of new. Well, maybe those weren't the best days for the internet. Because it was a little wild, wild west back then. You want to go to the internet, someone pick up the phone, cut you off. Get off the phone, I want to use the internet. Playing some StarCraft 1 on there. And good old Battle.net. Those were good times. Good times. Okay. So that's going to be, that's it for the all article side. Now we want the sidebar side. But before we do that, let's put this also. You know what? We're not going to call it journal container. We're going to call it 2-column grid because that's what we want. Except this one is going to be, I don't know what to call it, like 2/3 or. So what do we call it when, like one's gonna be the main and one's gonna be a small, like the sidebar? Maybe we'll just call that a 2-column grid. With sidebar, something like that. So let's edit our grid. And what we're going to do, instead of this being equal, we're going to make this a specific number. And we're going to make it like 300 pixels. Does that make sense? Or should we do it as a ratio? Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, let's do it as a ratio. Let's go back to our FR units. 300. No, not that many. So if that's 1, I said 1. And let's make this one like, I'll see, 3-1, 2-1, 2.5-1. Yeah, sure. 2.5-1. I don't know if I like the spacing in these grids. So where is it? It's also in the home page. Should we tighten it up? We might want to tighten it up. But we'll see. Okay, so just thought of something. We need something else. We need another collection. We need a collection called categories. Well, they already have this here. What do they have? Okay, I kind of like that. Categories. Yes. We need categories, and there's the name of the category. Does it need a description? Does it need an icon? I'm not going to have an icon for that. Let's get rid of that. Oh, what did I do? Let's cancel that. Discard changes. Categories. It's the icon I wanted to delete. Keep the color. Color would be kind of cool, so we can kind of color coordinate what the tag is. You know, if we have the tag for the category somewhere, anyways. Description. Do we even need a description? Yeah, maybe. Because if you click on the category and the category is, you know, finances, there might be a little bit of a description. Yeah, so I like it. I like it. So we have the name, the description, and a color. Perfect. Create collection. Now let's add a category. So what category are we going to have? We're going to have entrepreneurship. Is that even spelled right? Doesn't look like it. Right? Create. New category. Finances. Are we going to talk about finances? No, this is not going to be the business website. I'm thinking of things for the business. This is more of the creative. So my bad. So not so much entrepreneurship, but more of branding. Because that's the same thing. Right. I'm just thinking of a few things here that I'm just going to put in to fill in whether this is something that we end up journaling about. I'm not sure. Will be another category in the creative space. Thinking of like tools of the trade. What do you call that though? Okay. I don't know. What would be the name for that? The tools that you use. Like a toolbox or a toolkit. I don't know. Let's go move on to something else. To storytelling. Another important part of the whole branding and game. All right. Just design. That's a very vague, not a vague, but a very broad category. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So those are our categories. So we're going to go here and we're going to put a heading. And it's going to be H4. This is going to be called categories. I know, shocking. Collection. Can you guess what collection we're going to want? Categories. And here we could decide how we're going to want to sort it. And probably alphabetical for now. If we want to change it, we can. So, and they're just going to be actual links to what? links to the category. To the current category. And the text, of course, is going to be the name of the category. Boom. Oh. Good. Oh, excuse me. Popularity. That would be kind of cool. So how do we know what's popular? I think we'd want to sort it by, maybe we want to give people the ability to, I was going to say the ability to like or to heart a like a journal article. So do they have anything here where you can have something to basically have a share? But we don't want to share, but what is this though, actually? I want to see what that means. Oh, read time, that's kind of cool. Static to collection list. Huh, interesting. Webflow libraries. Star rating. So it's getting closer. Range. Oh, this is kind of cool. That's cool. All right, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want star ratings. I have an idea of how I might do it. Like if I had to use a third-party tool or just do it myself. Form submit. Yeah, see this stuff, you don't even need any of this stuff anymore because it's all handled natively now inside of Webflow, which is super nice. Well, that's kind of cool. Have different buttons for social sharing. It's kind of old school anymore. You don't really see that anymore. Like click here, you know, all those share. Remember those Twitter buttons, the share buttons? Usually people now, if they want to just share something, they'll just cut and paste it. They're not clicking those buttons. Maybe they are. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't see them very much anymore. But then again, I don't read very many like blog posts, I guess you can say. Anyways, the thing that I was thinking of is you just have a little heart, and we can have, you know, when you're on a post, you have a little heart so someone can click on it. And that click, every time someone clicks, it'll just register a like. So you just put a counter into a database, and each post has like a count. And however many counts, whichever one has the most counts is the most popular, right? So you just, and then you could filter by that parameter in the database. So yeah, you just have to have it updated. So every time somebody clicks on a heart, then it just updates the database by 1. But you also have to maybe make sure that one person can't just click a million times and have it have a million likes. So you want to limit by user. And then that gets so complicated. It's like, are we really wanting to try to do that? Because then you have to track who the user is. Yeah, that's annoying. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll save that for later, because I don't think that's very important. That's certainly not important, because I want this website to be done. I want to get it out to the world. Okay, so I also want I'm gonna call this sidebar. Let me turn this down a little bit. I want to say like advertisement, but like a promotion. No, it's not so much of a promotion. It's just a should I call it an ad? I mean, it's not an ad per se. I'm not gonna have ads on here. Let's just call it promotion. Let's do that for now. And I'm just going to create something new. Let's say, no, we just want this for the web. Let's say the width 400 and height, yeah, I don't know, 600. And what we're going to have is, what are we going to have? What are we going to have? Let me get a good picture here. What do we want a picture of? Obviously not money, since we won't be able to print. But what about like a piggy bank? No, hang on. We're on design, right? So let's do, I know, like a paint splash. I guess I must have in my mind stuff to do with business right now. Oh, that's kind of cool. No, but I think what my mind was thinking of was this thing. I like this. Let's download this. Okay, let's bring it in here. Okay, cool. And then we're just gonna have, what's it gonna say? Oh, whatever. Font. We're gonna need to have to find a good font to use. But for now, what do we like? Do we like some cheap pine? Oh, why is it being weird? There we go. This is like the world's worst graphic, but what if we can change the color? It's hideous. Maybe it just needs to be smaller. Or no. And maybe something like this would be kind of cool. And then we shall just rotate this. Right, this is like whatever, an ad or something like that for design school. And this is not how you do it. Pixel. Where are we? No, that's not where we are. Working pixel. Yeah, let's do graphics. And we're going to call this design school. Save it there. Where did I save it? And let's go here. We got some images. We're going to put that in here. And in our sidebar promotion, we are going to... The reason I'm putting the image here, not having it in the background, is because I don't want any of this image to be cropped at all. I want it to be the full width, so we're not going to lose anything, right? So this is going to be the sidebar. No, let's just promotion image, right? And this is going to be max width 100%. Absolutely. And just have it 100%. So that's all we have. So the other thing we had is popular, and we're not going to do that right now, I don't think. I think we just have categories, and there might be some other things I might want to put here on the sidebar, but this is it. This is, oh, wait, what is all this? Delete. Delete. Do we want to let's talk? Do we want to let's talk here? What do you guys think? If we're going to have an infinite scroll, then it doesn't really make sense, because if we're scrolling infinitely, you'll never get here. I mean, in theory, once you have like, say there's like hundreds or thousands of posts, right? So then I don't think it makes sense. And I really don't want this place to be a sales corner. It's more of a learning corner, right? Like if you want to learn stuff about design, marketing, whatever, all the different things that Pixel will be doing, then this is the place to come, right? So not a place to sell our services, a place for people to gain knowledge. Yeah. Okay, so that's page number 2 down. I'm going to try to... So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks for joining along. Hopefully, maybe while you're watching this, that you're working on your own Webflow website. If you are, let me know in the comments what it is. And yeah, let's see your work. That'd be really cool. It would be really, really cool. I love seeing how other people work as well too, which is very interesting to me. So what was I saying? Right. So that's 2 pages. So I might try to do some of these pages kind of offline, I guess you can say, just to finish up as soon as possible, because I'm really looking forward to, I think doing the design and the whole styling is going to be really nice. So we'll do that together. But I really want to make this deadline. Actually, I don't know what the deadline is. I think we said end of the month, but I would really like to have this website over and done with as soon as possible, because there's other things that need to be done. Remember, we have the freelancer application. I don't know what's going to be called yet, but that app is going to allow people to make invoices, which I need to be able to do ASAP. And there's also one other site that I need to do. I need to do that one quickly, because it's another little business idea thingamabob that I'm going to be doing on the side, because I'm not doing enough stuff right now. I need to do more, obviously. So I want to finish that. This is a really big month in terms of like February, in terms of the things that I want to get done. So So yeah, it might speed up the process in terms of what I do offline. I mean, obviously I do lots more offline because I'm only, doing this for a couple hours. So maybe it'd be nice. Maybe I'll just like live stream the whole day's worth of work. That would be crazy. Like a full a full day. That would be like 12 hours. If you're interested in that, let me know. That would be crazy. Like a full day. Although I don't know if I could showcase the work that I do for my clients online to see kind of how that process goes. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyways, that's it for today. That's all I got. And where's the live stream at? I think I lost it. How do I get out of there? Oh, there we go. It's in with this the Unsplash stuff. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. As always, much appreciated, and hope you like this, and have yourself a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.